Hey guys, it's Ben from My Sports Stop here with Richie Janelle. Today we're going to be talking about the Green Bay Packers draft class of 2017.
Yeah, the Green Bay Packers, as we all know, Ted Thompson has a certain way of doing things, very similar to how Bill Belichick does things with the New England Patriots. Ted Thompson is a guy who builds through the draft. That's how he's made his name.
Yeah.
That's how the Packers have been so successful. And this year when I was watching the draft and I saw that they traded back on day one, my initial thought was, wow. Because I thought Green Bay had some needs that they could have addressed with that number one pick. But trading back ended up being a really smart thing, still being able to get Kevin King there at 33. He's going to come in and be an immediate starter, a playmaker for them at the cornerback spot. And I think the success of this draft just started there and continued to go down, adding a key contributor like Josh Jones, who in a year or two is going to be fighting for arguably a starter spot at that safety position. Montravius Adams can come in and be a contributor.
Yeah.
Vince Beagle could probably be a contributor right away, along with Jamal Williams, who looks like to be the bell cow of this draft class.
Very possibly. And the big talk was when they traded down from 29 to 33. A lot of people expected them to pick T.J. Watt with that pick, but instead of that 29 pick, instead of picking T.J. Watt, essentially, they got Kevin King and Vince Beagle.
Yes.
And I would take that any day because, to me, Kevin King is a huge value at number 33. Just that pick alone is probably an A or an A+. But they finally got a lockdown corner that they can put on an island, something they haven't had since Sam Shields was healthy and in his prime. And like you said, Jamal Williams is probably a guy they're going to have to depend on. And if they don't, hey, they have two other running backs.
And what confused me a little bit about this draft, the reason they didn't get the A+ draft that they had coming out of day two was because when I looked at the back end of their draft class, it almost became like now they're just picking guys to add depth, but at positions where they really didn't necessarily need it. They ended up adding D'Angelo Yancey, Malachi Dupree. I'm not the biggest sold guy on Dupree. I had him on my top 10 receivers list based on the potential he has, but there's just after the combine there's so many flaws there. I'm not sold on him. He might not even make the roster. And then they added two more running backs, Aaron Jones, who I really like, but I just thought that this could have been a spot where they could have added maybe another safety, maybe another corner, maybe somebody who can contribute for them on special teams in a big way, maybe another returner, something like that. But essentially, they just added positions that they didn't really need. So for me, dropped them down to an A-, but still very, very good Green Bay Packer draft.
Yeah, I would have given them a B+ or an A-, but I'm going to give them a B just because really after the fourth round, I kind of sat there wondering what the heck's going on. I mean, I know they have a need at running back, but picking three running backs, I would have been more comfortable with them just keeping Christian Michael, who they did cut pretty much right after the draft, and two wide receivers at a position that isn't much of a need. I know Devontae Adams is in a contract year, but they also got Geronimo Allison last year, who was a great contributor. I do understand Malachi Dupree at the 7th round. To me, that's a big value. And along with King, Montravius Adams was also a big value in the late 3rd round. A guy I was really high on, but I guess we're just going to have to see. And if this is a Ted Thompson-esque draft, we're probably going to see 3 or 4 starters from this group.
Yeah, no doubt. And this is probably going to be the future of the team as some of the stars on the Packers are starting to get up there in age.
You bet. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to go to our website, mysportstop.com, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more original videos.